Picture this. Deep in the jungles of Mesoamerica, an ancient civilization was quietly mastering secrets that would blow your mind today. Welcome to our deep dive into the fascinating world of the ancient Maya, a civilization that didn't just survive for over 1,000 years. They absolutely dominated their era, with knowledge that seems almost supernatural. We're talking about people who were calculating complex mathematical equations, while most of the world was still figuring out basic arithmetic, mapping the stars with precision that rivals modern technology, and developing writing systems so sophisticated they make ancient hieroglyphs look like kindergarten doodles. But here's where it gets really wild. The Maya weren't just academic overachievers. They were time travelers of sorts, skilled predictors of celestial events and earthly occurrences who used their mind-bending calendar systems to literally forecast the future. In this documentary, we'll journey through 5 fascinating chapters of Maya civilization. We'll explore how they rose from jungle settlements to create architectural marvels that still puzzle engineers today. We'll decode their revolutionary calendar systems that treated time not as a straight line, but as an endless cosmic wheel. We'll examine their prophecies, including the famous 2012 predictions, and discover what they really meant. We'll trace their cultural legacy that continues to influence our world, and we'll understand why their wisdom remains profoundly relevant today. So buckle up as we embark on this incredible journey through time, because we're about to uncover mysteries that will completely change how you think about what's possible. Trust me, you're going to be absolutely intrigued. The story begins in one of Earth's most challenging environments, the dense rainforests of what we now call Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. Here, around 2000 BCE, something extraordinary began to unfold. To understand the magnitude of their achievement, consider the obstacles they faced. This wasn't the fertile river valley of Egypt or the Mediterranean coastline of Greece. The Maya carved their civilization from dense jungle where annual rainfall could flood entire regions, where the soil was thin and rocky, where jaguars prowled and deadly serpents waited in the shadows. Yet from this unforgiving landscape emerged something unprecedented. While other civilizations were content with simple settlements, the Maya were already envisioning something far grander. The first major Maya city-states began emerging around 600 BCE. Tikal, in what is now Guatemala, would eventually house over 100,000 people, larger than most European cities of the time. Its great plaza could hold tens of thousands of people for ceremonies, while its towering Temple of the Jaguar rose 200 feet above the jungle floor. But Tikal was just the beginning. Across the Maya world, extraordinary cities were taking shape. Palenque, nestled in the mountains of Chiapas, became renowned for its elegant architecture and sophisticated water management systems. Chichen Itza would later showcase the pinnacle of Maya astronomical knowledge, its famous El Castillo pyramid serving as a massive solar calendar. Rising from the jungle floor came architectural marvels that still leave engineers speechless today. Towering pyramids that pierce the forest canopy, their precise angles calculated to align with celestial events. Intricate temples where acoustics were so perfectly designed that a whisper at one end could be heard clearly at the other. These weren't just buildings, they were monuments to mathematical genius. The Maya developed sophisticated engineering techniques without the wheel, without metal tools, without beasts of burden. Every massive stone was cut with obsidian blades, transported by human power, and fitted with precision that rivals modern construction. But the true revolution lay in their minds. The Maya developed the concept of zero independently from the rest of the world, a mathematical breakthrough that wouldn't reach Europe for another 1,000 years. This wasn't just an abstract concept. It was a practical tool that enabled them to perform calculations of staggering complexity. They mapped the movements of planets with an accuracy that rivals modern telescopes, all with the naked eye and pure intellectual force. Venus cycles were tracked to within hours over centuries. Eclipse predictions were calculated decades in advance. The length of the solar year was determined to within minutes of our modern measurement. Their society reflected this sophistication. At the apex stood divine kings. Kinich Janab Pakal of Palank ruled for 68 years. Jasar Chan Kawil of Tikal expanded the city to its greatest glory. These weren't mere rulers. They were considered living gods who could communicate directly with the cosmic forces. Below them, a complex hierarchy of nobles, skilled artisans whose work we still marvel at today, and the farmers and laborers whose ingenuity sustained vast cities in one of the world's most challenging environments. Maya society was a carefully orchestrated symphony of specialists: architects, astronomers, scribes, warriors, traders, and craftsmen. Every level of society was bound together by elaborate rituals and a rich pantheon of gods who governed everything from rainfall to the movement of stars. Itzamna ruled the heavens. Chayak controlled the rains, Kukulkan brought wisdom, and dozens of other deities influenced daily life. This wasn't just a civilization. It was a testament to human potential, laying the groundwork for achievements that would echo through the centuries. To understand the Mayas' remarkable ability to predict the future, we must first grasp something profound about how they perceived time itself. While we measure our days in straight lines, yesterday, today, tomorrow, the Maya saw time as an endless wheel, turning through eternal cycles. This wasn't merely philosophical, it was deeply practical. The Maya understood that patterns in time could be tracked, measured, and predicted just like the movements of celestial bodies. Time, to them, was another dimension of reality that could be mapped and navigated. At the heart of their system lay not two, but multiple interlocking calendars of extraordinary precision. The most fundamental was the Tzolk'in, their sacred calendar of 260 days. This combined 20-day names, each carrying deep spiritual significance, with 13 numbers in an intricate dance that governed every ritual, every ceremony, every sacred moment of Maya life. The day names themselves tell a story. Imix, crocodile; Ik, wind; Akbal, night; Kan, corn; Chichan, serpent, each representing different cosmic forces and energies. The number 13 held special power, representing the levels of Maya heaven. When combined, these created 260 unique days, each with its own character and destiny. Running alongside the Tzolk'in, the hub tracked the solar year with mathematical accuracy, 365 days divided into 18 months of 20 days each, plus an additional period of 5 days they called Wayeb, days considered so unlucky that people stayed indoors and avoided all unnecessary activities. But the Maya didn't stop there. These two calendars meshed together like cosmic gears, creating the calendar round, a 52-year cycle where each day had a unique combination of Tzolk'in and hub positions. This was like having a cosmic fingerprint for every single day, across more than half a century. For even longer periods, they developed the long count, a linear calendar that could track vast spans of time. Starting from what we call August 11th, 3114 BCE, the long count measured time in units of increasing magnitude: days, 20-day periods, 360-day years, 20-year periods, and 400-year cycles. This system could accurately date events across millennia. Here's what made their system revolutionary. These calendars didn't simply measure time, they revealed its patterns. The Maya believed that time itself held memory. that events would echo across the centuries in predictable cycles. A drought that struck in one era would return when the calendars aligned again. A great leader's rise would mirror that of another centuries before. This wasn't superstition. This was sophisticated pattern recognition that allowed Maya astronomers to calculate eclipses with pinpoint accuracy. They knew that solar eclipses followed an 18-year, 11-day cycle. They could predict when Venus would appear as the morning star versus the evening star. They tracked Mars, Jupiter, and even calculated the lunar month to within seconds of modern measurements. Maya priests weren't just religious leaders. They were master astronomers who spent lifetimes observing the sky. At sites like Caracol in Belize, they built sophisticated observatories with windows aligned to track specific celestial events. The governor's palace at Uxmal was positioned to frame the southernmost rising of Venus. Their agricultural cycles were precisely timed to these astronomical events. Planting began when certain stars appeared. Harvesting was timed to lunar phases, and crop rotation followed Venus cycles. This integration of astronomy and agriculture helped sustain populations that numbered in the millions. The calendar also governed warfare. Battles were timed to auspicious dates, peace treaties signed when the calendars favored diplomacy, and major ceremonies held when cosmic forces were most favorable. The Maya didn't just live with time, they lived within its rhythms. Understanding these timekeeping methods reveals something profound. To the Maya, this wasn't an ending, but a completion, like the turning of a great cosmic wheel. What followed wasn't destruction, but renewal, transformation, rebirth. In their cyclical view of time, every ending was simultaneously a beginning, the close of one cosmic age and the dawn of another. The date that sparked global speculation, December 21st, 2012, marked the end of a monumental cycle in the Maya long count calendar. This wasn't just any cycle, but a span of 1,872,000 days, over 5,125 years of human history. To put this in perspective, this cycle began before the pyramids of Egypt were built and encompassed the entire rise and fall of countless civilizations. To the Maya, this wasn't an ending, but a completion, like the turning of a great cosmic wheel. What followed wasn't destruction, but renewal, transformation, rebirth. In their cyclical view of time, every ending was simultaneously a beginning, the close of one cosmic age and the dawn of another. But the 2012 prophecy was just one thread in a vast tapestry of Maya predictions. Their codices, the precious few that survived Spanish destruction, contain hundreds of prophecies spanning agriculture, warfare, politics, and cosmic events. The Dresden Codex contains eclipse tables accurate for over 500 years into the future. The Maya could predict not just when eclipses would occur, but where they would be visible, how long they would last, and what type they would be. These weren't vague prophecies. They were precise scientific calculations. Venus held special significance in Maya prophecy. They called it No-Ek, the great star, and tracked its cycles with obsessive precision. Venus takes 584 days to complete its cycle from one heliacal rising to the next, and the Maya knew this down to the hour. They believed Venus cycles influenced warfare, and many battles were timed to coincide with Venus appearing as the morning star. The Maya also developed what we might call biological prophecies, predictions about agricultural cycles, disease patterns, and population changes. They noticed that certain illnesses appeared in cycles, that crop failures followed predictable patterns, and that even social upheavals seemed to repeat across generations. Their prophecies weren't delivered by mystical oracles, but calculated by priest astronomers using sophisticated mathematical models. These were the ancient world's equivalent of modern climatologists or epidemiologists, scientists who used data to predict future trends. The accuracy of Maya predictions was remarkable. They calculated the lunar month as 29.53020 days. Modern astronomy gives us 29.53059 days, a difference of less than a minute. Their Venus cycle calculations were accurate to within 2 hours over centuries. Their solar year measurement differed from ours by only 17 seconds. Modern excavations have revealed prediction chambers in Maya temples, rooms where priest astronomers worked with complex tables and charts. At Zultun in Guatemala, archaeologists discovered walls covered with calculations extending thousands of years into the future, showing the Maya were actively computing cosmic cycles far beyond their own lifespans. The modern world's fascination with these ancient predictions reveals something deeper about human nature, our eternal desire to glimpse beyond the veil of the present moment. Books, films, and countless discussions have emerged from this hunger to understand what lies ahead, transforming Maya wisdom into contemporary mythology. Yet the true power of Maya prophecies lies not in their specific predictions, but in their underlying philosophy. They understood that time moves in great patterns, that civilizations rise and fall in cycles, that even cosmic events follow predictable rhythms. This perspective offered both warning and hope, the recognition that while challenges are inevitable, so too is renewal. The Maya prophetic tradition continues today among their descendants. Modern Maya daykeepers still use the ancient calendars to guide agricultural decisions, time ceremonies, and understand the cosmic influences affecting their communities. The prophecies live on, not as ancient curiosities, but as living wisdom. By examining these prophecies, we explore not just the Mayas' understanding of time, but our own deepest hopes and fears about the future. In their ancient wisdom, we find a mirror reflecting our modern anxieties and our timeless yearning to understand our place in the grand sweep of history. The echoes of Maya civilization resonate through our world today in ways both obvious and subtle. Walk through any major art museum, and you'll encounter works inspired by their intricate murals and stone carvings. Study modern architecture, and you'll find techniques pioneered in their grand pyramids and precisely engineered temples. But the Maya Renaissance goes far deeper than artistic influence. In recent decades, scholars and enthusiasts have embarked on a passionate quest to understand and celebrate this remarkable heritage. Every year brings new discoveries that rewrite our understanding of their achievements. In 2018, LiDAR technology revealed over 60,000 previously unknown Maya structures hidden beneath the jungle canopy of Guatemala. Entire cities, complete with defensive walls, causeways, and complex irrigation systems, emerged from what researchers thought was empty forest. The Maya civilization was far larger and more sophisticated than we ever imagined. Archaeological discoveries continue to reveal new layers of Maya sophistication. Underwater cave systems, called cenotes, served not just as water sources, but as sacred spaces where elaborate ceremonies were conducted. At Chichen Itza's sacred cenote, divers have recovered thousands of artifacts, jade ornaments, gold discs, copal incense, and even human remains, evidence of ritual practices spanning centuries. Hidden chambers in pyramids preserve ancient secrets that revolutionize our understanding of Maya history. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed unexcavated rooms in the Temple of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza, while new passages continue to be discovered in the temples of Palenque and Tikal. Hieroglyphic texts that were indecipherable just decades ago now reveal intimate details of Maya life. We can read about the political intrigues of Lady Six Sky of Wak Kabnal, the military campaigns of Jasar Chankawil, and the astronomical observations of scribes whose names we now know. The Maya are no longer anonymous, they're individuals with stories. This renewed focus illuminates something crucial about human civilization itself. The Maya contributions to mathematics, astronomy, agriculture, and urban planning weren't isolated achievements. They were part of humanity's shared heritage of innovation and discovery. Their mathematical innovations extended far beyond the concept of zero. They developed sophisticated geometric principles used in their architecture, calculated complex astronomical cycles, and created mathematical models that predicted natural phenomena. Modern mathematicians study Maya numerical systems to understand alternative approaches to calculation and problem-solving. Maya agricultural techniques offer crucial insights for our modern environmental challenges. They developed raised field systems in wetlands that increased crop yields while preventing soil erosion. Their forest gardens carefully managed ecosystems that produced food while maintaining biodiversity serve as models for sustainable agriculture in tropical regions. Their sophisticated water management systems provide blueprints for urban planning in water-scarce regions. At Tikal, they created an intricate network of reservoirs, canals, and filtration systems that sustained a population of over 100,000 people in an area with no permanent rivers. Modern engineers study these systems to design water infrastructure for contemporary cities. The Maya understanding of astronomy continues to inform modern research. Their precise calculations of planetary cycles help astronomers understand long-term celestial mechanics. Their eclipse prediction methods reveal sophisticated mathematical modeling that predates similar European techniques by centuries. Perhaps most importantly, Maya civilization demonstrates the power of indigenous knowledge systems. For too long, Western scholarship dismissed non-European achievements as primitive or insignificant. The Maya revival has helped establish that sophisticated civilizations developed independently across the globe, each contributing unique insights to human knowledge. Modern Maya communities, numbering over 7 million people across Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador, maintain many ancient traditions while adapting to contemporary challenges. Maya languages are still spoken, traditional ceremonies continue, and ancient agricultural techniques remain in use. Maya textile traditions produce some of the world's most complex weavings, with patterns that encode astronomical information, historical events, and spiritual beliefs. Maya healers use medicinal plant combinations that have been refined over millennia, many of which are now being studied by modern pharmacologists. The revival of Maya studies has also inspired new approaches to education and cultural preservation. Maya scholars are leading efforts to document their languages, preserve traditional knowledge, and ensure that Maya perspectives on their own history are heard alongside Western archaeological interpretations. Preserving Maya heritage isn't just about honoring the past, it's about enriching our future. Every decoded inscription, every restored temple, every recovered agricultural technique adds to humanity's collective wisdom. In celebrating their achievements, we acknowledge the profound truth that human creativity and ingenuity have always found ways to flourish, even in the most challenging circumstances. Their legacy reminds us that diversity of thought and culture strengthens our species, that ancient wisdom and modern knowledge can work hand in hand to solve contemporary challenges. The Maya didn't just build pyramids, they built bridges across time, connecting their insights to our ongoing quest for understanding. our journey through the world of the ancient Maya has revealed a civilization of breathtaking sophistication, master mathematicians who gave us the concept of zero, astronomers who mapped the cosmos with stunning precision, architects who created monuments that still inspire awe, and prophets who understood time itself as a great turning wheel of opportunity and renewal. From the challenging rainforests of Mesoamerica, they built cities that housed hundreds of thousands of people, developed writing systems that recorded their history and wisdom, and created calendar systems so accurate they rival modern timekeeping. They weren't just surviving in their environment, they were thriving, creating, and pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Their understanding of time, as cyclical rather than linear, offered them insights that we're only beginning to appreciate. While we often think of progress as a straight line moving forward, the Maya recognized that history moves in patterns, that challenges and solutions repeat across generations, and that understanding these cycles could help predict and prepare for the future. The accuracy of their astronomical calculations, Venus cycles predicted to within hours, eclipse tables accurate for centuries, solar year measurements differing from ours by mere seconds, demonstrates a level of scientific sophistication that challenges our assumptions about ancient capabilities. Their prophecies, far from being mystical pronouncements, were the products of careful observation, mathematical calculation, and pattern recognition. The priest astronomers who created these predictions were the ancient world scientists, using data and analysis to understand cosmic rhythms and their effects on earthly events. But perhaps most remarkably, their achievements weren't the work of a few isolated geniuses. Maya civilization was a collective effort spanning over 1,000 years, with knowledge passed down through generations, refined and expanded by countless individuals whose contributions built one of humanity's great intellectual traditions. The modern rediscovery of Maya civilization has revolutionized our understanding of human potential. Technologies like LiDAR continue to reveal hidden cities and expand our knowledge of their achievements. New decipherments of hieroglyphic texts introduce us to individual Maya personalities and their stories. Archaeological discoveries show us innovations that were centuries ahead of their time. Their legacy lives on in ways both tangible and subtle. Modern sustainable agriculture borrows from Maya techniques. Contemporary water management systems study their urban planning. Mathematical concepts they pioneered continue to influence how we understand numerical relationships and cosmic cycles. Most importantly, the over 7 million Maya people living today maintain connections to this ancient wisdom while contributing to contemporary society. They preserve languages, traditions, and knowledge systems that enrich our understanding of human diversity and potential. The Maya understood something that remains profoundly relevant today, that past, present, and future are intimately connected, that wisdom comes from recognizing patterns across time, and that even in the face of great challenges, renewal and transformation are always possible. Their civilization faced its own challenges, droughts, warfare, political upheavals, yet their knowledge survived, their innovations endured, and their insights continue to illuminate paths forward for our modern world. They remind us that human ingenuity can flourish anywhere, that scientific understanding transcends cultural boundaries, and that ancient wisdom often contains solutions to contemporary problems. As we face our own global challenges, climate change, resource management, social complexity, the Maya example offers both inspiration and practical guidance. They show us that sophisticated civilizations can develop sustainably, that scientific knowledge can be preserved across centuries, and that understanding natural patterns can help us navigate uncertain futures. The ancient Maya were more than just another historical civilization. They were pioneers of human knowledge, explorers of time and space, and creators of wisdom that transcends the centuries. Their story isn't just about the past. It's about the continuing potential of human consciousness to understand, predict, and harmonize with the great patterns that govern our universe. The Maya left us more than ruins and calendars. They left us a way of seeing. They understood that time isn't a river flowing in one direction, but an ocean where past and future meet in eternal patterns. Standing in their shadow today, we're not just looking back at history, we're looking forward into possibilities they mapped for us centuries ago. Every equation they carved, every star they tracked, every prophecy they calculated was a message written in stone and time. You are capable of more than you know. The priest astronomers of Palenque and Chichen Itza weren't just predicting eclipses. They were proving that human consciousness could dance with the cosmos itself. That same consciousness lives in us today, waiting to decode the next great mystery. If their story has stirred something in you, that sense of wonder, that hunger for hidden knowledge, then their greatest prophecy has already come true. Because they predicted this moment, when their wisdom would awaken new explorers, new seekers, new guardians of human potential. What pattern will you help unveil? What cycle will you help complete? The Maya knew that every ending is also a beginning, and every mystery solved reveals 10 more waiting to be discovered. The great wheel of time turns on, and you're part of the pattern now. The Maya would have known that too.